everybody, my name is Eric Hopkins and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're finding me for the very first time, please click that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when I put up new content here on this channel. So, yesterday I did a video on whether or not, it's a good or a bad thing of, obviously the Mandalorian Season 3 had yet to start shooting. And the Book of Boba Fett has wrapped up its filming for Season 1, apparently. And it looks like we're going to be getting multiple seasons of that as well. Well, it's not been confirmed yet, but it looks like it. So now we've got a little bit more clarification on some of these details. So let's come over here and check out this article from Screen Rant. Book of Boba Fett has major connections to the Mandalorian. The Book of Boba Fett reportedly has major connections to the Mandalorian after Tamara Morrison returned to the Star Wars franchise to portray Boba in The Mandalorian Season 2. He's set to headline his own spin-off show as the fan favorite character. The Book of Boba Fett was a surprise reveal in The Mandalorian Season 2 finale post-credits scene, scheduled to premiere on Disney Plus this December. Ming-Na Wen also stars, reprising her role as Fennec Shand. In the wake of The Mandalorian becoming a massive success with critics and audiences, Lucasfilm is expanding that corner of the Star Wars universe with multiple spin-off shows with the intention of building up to a massive crossover event. Ahsoka, announced during Disney's Investor Day event in 2020, fits into that plan. But with Boba Fett embarking on his own path at the end of The Mandalorian Season 2, taking over Jabba's palace, it remains to be seen how or if the Book of Boba Fett would tie in. As it turns out, there may be some key connections. According to Collider, the Book of Boba Fett essentially can be considered The Mandalorian Season 2.5 due to the connections that it will present. It will feature mystery Mandalorian characters in undisclosed roles. At first glance, the Book of Boba Fett seemed like it could be somewhat separate from the main Mandalorian storyline that's set to unfold in The Mandalorian and Ahsoka. Based on this latest information, however, the plan is for the two to be closely connected. It would be interesting to see if this decision to cancel the Rangers of the New Republic had anything to do with this. I don't know, maybe, possibly, but it seems like that the Book of Boba Fett was well into shooting before that announcement came. Of course, obviously, when it's announced, it was already well known by Lucasfilm, so maybe. Rangers of the New Republic was announced alongside Ahsoka last December, with the idea being those two spin-offs would work in conjunction with The Mandalorian. Since Rangers of the New Republic is no longer in active development, we'll see. Perhaps elements of the Book of Boba Fett were altered so it could be part of the larger plan instead. With plot details hard to come by, it's difficult to tell. It'll be fascinating to see which Mandalorian characters show up in the Book of Boba Fett and how the story connects. Billing the spinoff as The Mandalorian Season 2.5 indicates the Book of Boba Fett could be more of a proper continuation of the ongoing Mandalorian narrative. At this stage, it's certainly possible Din Djarin or Bo-Katan shows up in the show, but nothing's been confirmed. Regardless, tying the Book of Boba Fett closely to The Mandalorian reads as a smart choice on Lucasfilm's part. It'll be a while before The Mandalorian Season 3 comes out, so this is a way the studio can keep one of their flagship properties in the spotlight as they wait. So this makes all the sense in the world, because we found out also in conjunction with this report that The Mandalorian Season 3 looks like it will not be going into development until the end of 2021 or the beginning of 2022. So if that's the case, we're not going to be getting The Mandalorian Season 3 most likely until at the earliest, probably Christmas time, December of 2022. So if that's the case, we're going to have about a 2-year wait between Mandalorian seasons. And if that's the case, Boba Fett, it makes sense to put it in the middle in 2021, right there where The Mandalorian would normally be coming out, and it will serve as kind of a Mandalorian Season 2.5. So if that's the case, it's all one big storyline, and we're getting it once a year. And if that's the case, it makes sense to schedule it like that. Now, obviously, when, Pedro Pascal came out and said he hasn't filmed anything for The Mandalorian Season 3 yet, we found out that he also is signed on to star in The Last of Us show for HBO. So, and that shoot is supposed to run from July of 2021 to June of 2022. So, when is he going to film The Mandalorian Season 3? It sounds like we may be getting a Mandalorian with his helmet on most of the season, and Pedro Pascal just comes in for a day or two and does the voiceover work. So if that's the case, that may be the case too. But it's good to know at least we're going to still be getting some Mandalorian storylines here in the Book of Boba Fett, which makes sense because obviously Boba Fett himself has a long history with the Mandalorians, even though he's technically not a Mandalorian himself. He's just a clone who wears Mandalorian armor, as was explained in the Clone Wars series. Or at least that's canon as far as we know at this point. But it'll be interesting to see how they tie all this together. But I'm glad to see that if we can't get Mandalorian seasons every year like this, it sounds like the Book of Boba Fett is going to be getting multiple seasons. So we're going to be able to tie all this together. So it's all one story, and we're not going to have to actually wait like it sounds, even though we're not getting Mandalorian season 3 this year, or even early next year like we hoped. We're still getting the story play out. It's just going to be under a different title. So, but the real question here is, guys, what do you guys think about the Book of Boba Fett acting as the Mandalorian season 2.5, basically to bridge the gap during this long wait between Mandalorian seasons? Comment down below, let me know, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when I put up new content here on this channel. And until my next video, guys, take care.
We about to turn it up.